Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. I'm a small business owner. I own an online thrift store and I'm a blogger. I have a movie blog and a lifestyle blog where I talk more about what it's like to be an entrepreneur, what I'm learning, and I feature small businesses on my blog as well, so check it out if you're interested. Links for everything will be in the description box below. And just thank you for spending your time with me. I really appreciate it. Today we'll be talking about marketing via search engine optimization, or SEO. Now I know there's like a ton of videos on search engine optimization, what it is and how to use it, from the perspective of people who have a background in marketing or have a background in tech and can explain all of the ins and outs about how it works with different algorithms, and that's not what this video is. This video is just my experience with SEO and how I've seen it improve traffic to both my blogs and my online store, and kind of what I've been doing to utilize it. So, I just wanted to share a little bit, if you're new to the channel, my journey to being an entrepreneur and freelance creative is not typical here on YouTube. I'm transitioning from a career in administrative and clerical work to the creative field, so I'm looking for work as a content creator, as a copywriter, an editorial assistant, things like that. So I'm moving a lot of my professional profiles and professional branding to acknowledge that transition and make it very clear that that's the type of work that I'm seeking and that's the type of work that I create. So for me, learning about digital marketing strategies was a key part of my success so far as a blogger and an online store owner. Here on YouTube uses sort of like a bite-sized version of SEO when it comes to the algorithm and what it acknowledges and what it doesn't acknowledge. So it may be recommended to you that you use certain phrases or keywords in your descriptions, certain phrases and keywords in your titles, and that is a form of optimization. And because YouTube is essentially a search engine for videos, that is how it uses those features, your title and your description. Apparently not so much your tag. A lot of the recommendations I saw were to, in your tag section, to include as many variations of the title of your YouTube channel or what it may formally have been known as in your tag, so that regardless of whether they're looking for your old YouTube channel or if you were known by another name, they'll find you because it's in your tags. And this has been confirmed and not confirmed by different professionals on YouTube who know more about branding and marketing and the tech area than I do. So your title and your description are really the two biggest places where you have an opportunity to direct traffic to your channel or to a specific video. So in the bigger blog sphere and the online store sphere, the stakes are a lot higher and there are a lot more different ways that people can find your storefront. If you're like me and you have an online storefront, then they can find you through all the major search engines on the internet. So that's Bing, Google, of course, Yahoo. All of those are opportunities for people to find you versus finding someone else who does something similar to you. So for me, it involves a lot of research and testing. What I'm doing here, which is a very light version because I'm not a professional and because I don't have a bunch of Fiverr employees that are helping me with my blogs and with my online store and with my YouTube channel. You know, I don't have a manager, I don't have an agency behind me. It's just me here working on all of these different aspects by myself. So what I've learned about SEO is really all about the research that you're doing and the platforms that you're on, and content. Content is king. I know I mentioned this in the previous video, but your blog posts and your videos and your whatever, you know, your podcast, whatever it is that you're making is a way for people to find you. Now, how you translate your topics and what is involved in those blog posts or in those podcast episodes is really how people find you. So choosing commonly used words and phrases are really what's gonna set your blog or your storefront or whatever it is apart. So it's relatively easy to do research. There's lots of free resources. I know Google has Google Analytics, the Google Search Console. On YouTube, if you're a creator on YouTube, you have access to like a little bit of their keyword research search engine if you wanted to look up a certain keyword and see if it's very popular, if there's like a lot of competition for it, for example. You can do that through the Creator Studio. Pinterest, if you're a creator, through the Creator Hub, they can give you a kind of a breakdown on what your analytics mean and how to optimize your content there as well. A lot of these platforms, they want you to keep creating, and they want you to keep creating relevant content. So content that people want to see, and for those people to access it as quickly and easily as possible. So Pinterest, for example, full of resources to help you optimize your content. The platform that my store is on and my blogs are on, Squarespace, has a ton of resources, including access to other professionals that can help you reach your goals as far as your SEO marketing goals. And there are a lot of different opportunities for you to learn on your own, or for you to hire someone who's experienced and educated in this area to help you with this. And because I'm on a limited budget, meaning none, for this specifically, I have decided to do a little research and then go through and update my online storefront. And by update, I mean every page and every description and every excerpt has to be updated and optimized for search, because that's how people find you. Either they find you directly, which is the percentage of that is much lower than them finding you while they're browsing for something else. So I have my online storefront, Hey Red Shop. I have my lifestyle blog, Hey Red Journal. I have my movie blog, Eating Film, and I have this YouTube channel. So you guys might notice some titles kind of shifting around, or my descriptions expanding, and that's just me experimenting with using different keywords and different tips and advice. So just bear with me while we get used to all of this, but at the end of the day, content is king. So creating blog posts, creating YouTube videos really helps to continue to push your platform to the top of the list. And the idea is for your digital platform, whatever it is, to rank as high as possible in search, so that when someone does type in a commonly used keyword, you show up on the first 3 pages. So some people pay for that space through ads, which I don't do. And some people work at it organically by creating content, optimizing their titles, optimizing their descriptions, and doing it that way. And that is the route that I'm taking, to build this all up organically. So I've done a couple days worth of research. I found some viable keywords, and I'm going to go in and update and and update my online store and my blogs. The thing that makes, when you have an online store like mine, which is a thrift store, it means that each product that I have for sale has its own page online and is a one-of-a-kind item. So unlike someone who's an online entrepreneur and sells, for example, t-shirts in 5 different styles, and each of those may come in a different color or a different size, that can be added in a drop-down menu, and you may have to change it a little bit, but essentially you can use the same tags. You can add some to make room for like the size difference and the color difference. You can always add a couple of extra tags, but when you have items like mine where each one is different, I have basically a tag cloud for each individual item. So I'm going to be going into each page and adding in the tags. And unlike on YouTube where you can cut and paste as long as you have a comma after each keyword or key phrase, you can cut and paste that into your tag section when you are looking at the edit page for your video. You can't do that on the Squarespace platform product pages, so you have to, one, make sure it's spelled correctly, because it doesn't always notify you if the word is spelled incorrectly, which I see why this is somebody's job because it's like the repetitive tasks but digitally. So it's like thinking of every single different way that something can be explained. Like, for example, shirt, blouse, top, button up. However someone might think of how to describe something is an opportunity for them to find your product versus someone else's. So it's a lot. It's a lot of work, and it took a couple of days to accomplish this. I just want to let you all know this is really time intensive, this is really energy intensive, and it is a marathon. It is not a sprint. So after I had finished, what I noticed within the first week was there was a little bit of a pickup in traffic. There was a little bit of a pickup in returning traffic and unique visitors. Not a lot. I'm not going to say it was a lot. And I'll make sure to show you what I can. I think I may be able to go back and isolate that week afterwards where I had made the changes. And I put the timestamps for how long it took me to update each page. Well, how long it took me to update each platform, and it took several days of focused attention to get this done. And it did work. I did see the results from that, but this is just one part of a huge interconnecting web of tasks that are under marketing for a small business. So the first thing I'm going to do is go in as an author. That way I have the authority to make changes to the website. Go in, find the item that I want to change the details on. Go in under edit. And here, as you can see, are all the details for one item. And I'm scrolling down. And here are the tags and categories. So here's where I have the opportunity to optimize this specific item for search. I already have done my research beforehand, so I already know what tags that I plan on using and adding in here. So let me go ahead and fast forward through all of that. Under each product page is a section called marketing. And if you click that and open it, it shows you the search engine optimization, kind of like a snapshot. So it shows you the URL, it shows you the SEO title and description. And if you don't make changes to the title and add them in here specifically, it'll automatically pull from the title and description that you already have. So it'll pull like the first 400 words of your description and the first 100 words of your title. So I have to do that for each and every product that I have listed here, and I have over 150 at this point. So I'm typing in any word or phrase that I think is relevant to this item or that I think would help someone find this item if they were searching for it. So as you can see, I've added a lot more tags, some that are specific to this item and some that are more general. And going back in, here is another product, and as you can see, I only have very few tags, and I'm gonna go in and add more. Now, in addition to this, I also have to update the information regarding the website itself. So each category, as you can see here, I have under clothing, I have dresses, tops, bottoms, sets, and outerwear as different categories. And each one has a page that is able to be viewed in search. So I have the opportunity to update all of those. And that is just for clothing. Now on my website, I have home goods, I have electronics. So each one gives me the opportunity to optimize the description there and the title there for search so that people can find these pages and these items. So I don't really have a lot of energy right now. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way because it is 10:19. Is that fine? Yeah, it's 10:19 at night, and I just finished submitting like all of my, this is a draft for my video description because I'm going to make a video about that, but I just finished like doing all of my, updating all my pages, like the condition policy page. I just finished like writing all of the new SEO for that. Going through all of these pages here and like going through one by one and updating the SEO for like all of these items. It wasn't that bad, but it did take a while, and I'm hoping within the next few weeks to the next month to see some results from the update. I will absolutely keep you guys updated as time goes on, and see if this has really helped kind of boost me in terms of ranking and traffic and all of that. Now on to my movie blog, which is a little different. So this is much simpler, much easier because I don't have different products for sale. I just have different blog posts. So it's pure content here. When I go in to my list of posts, and this is how Squarespace has designed this. It doesn't come in, you're not able to view it as one long kind of like a spreadsheet where you can see the titles separated, the date that they were published separated, where you can make bulk actions. So you have to go in individually, open each one, and there you can see the excerpt, you can see the SEO title, the description. Under the options are the tags. So again, this is another way for people to find your content. And again, I've already done my research ahead of time, so I know what tags I want to add to each one. And in order for me to get this done, I have to keep it very simple. I have a very simple formula for these updates. I know that I'm using, for example, in the storefront, I know that under clothing, I have tops. And in general, most tops fall under the same category. So I make sure to use the same categories just to keep it very simple for myself. Same thing here. So I know, for example, the genre of each type of movie. So I always make sure to put that in the tags. And
videos.
Moving
I've
right
been meaning to do
along.
this for a while because by the time I get to
So
the point
here
of writing the title
is
and
the
writing the descriptions,
YouTube
it's
studio.
something that
So this is
I
what I was
tend
talking
to do
about a little while ago, where you
and by
can
the time I
see
get to that
the
point,
traffic
I
sources
am
for your
really
content,
just
what
like
is
want to get the
mostly
video out there.
viewed
So
in search,
a lot of times
what are the
the
buzzwords that
titles
people are
aren't really
using when they're
optimized,
looking
and
for
neither is the
content, and
description. Sometimes
how does that
I
relate to
leave
your
things
content
out,
specifically.
that I want to
So
include. So
when I look at mine, the most popular
yesterday,
traffic
about
comes from Buzzcut. So that came from the video
wanna
that I
say
made
like 10 to
about
12 hours.
having
I
a
went
buzz cut
through
for a few
and
years and
updated
what
all
my
of them. I
experience
made
was like
sure
with that.
for like each one, for example, it has all of the updated information. Some of it was out of date,
And
some of them didn't have
now we're in one of my
the
earliest
correct
vlogs. We're in the edit
format
page
for,
on
links and
YouTube
stuff.
Studio.
So I went through
And
made
here is
sure
where
that
I
that
started
everything was
adding in
updated,
the
and that everything
updated
had,
description.
like,
So I took the
disclaimers if there
time
was a
to
disclaimer that I needed
update
to add
each
because
description
I'm a part of
here.
the Amazon
I'll talk about this a
Associates
little bit more
program
later,
now.
but I just wanted to show you guys what that was like.
One
So
video.
going in, cutting and pasting the descriptions and the
For
titles,
example,
and then adding
video
in,
that
making sure I
up about
have
bleaching
copies
my
of each
hair.
updated
I
version,
now have a couple
and
of
that
Amazon
the links are all
Associate,
correct,
like affiliate links in there.
and then
So when I rewrote
making
the
sure that it's
descriptions
saved
and I
correctly.
added, the
Just in
correct
case,
links,
going
I
back,
had
making sure that everything is
to
updated
add a
correctly.
disclaimer at the bottom so that everybody knows, like, links included in this description might be affiliate links. If you purchase a product or service with the links that I provide, I may receive a small commission. There's no additional charge to you. So I'm going to make sure that I'm covered in that way. And I also realized that I don't introduce myself in the descriptions. I'm like, I can't assume that someone who clicks on my videos at this point knows who I am. So I made sure to like introduce myself, like, I'm Sarah, solo entrepreneur, content creator, and writer living in Indiana. So I really went through and made sure that I was introducing myself, that I was giving like a more complete description of the videos, and that all my links were updated, and that my disclaimers were there. So it took a while, even though I only have 31 videos. It took a while to get done, but I am glad that it is. And you know, I'm also hoping that this kind of helps me as far as the algorithm is concerned, although I doubt it because I'm a very, very small YouTuber. I only have 21 subscribers, so we'll see what happens. And I hope this makes it easier for you guys, like people who are subscribed to me, that they can look through the description and say, hey, I'm not really interested in what this is about, or that it's, you know, easy to find links to items that I'm talking about. So this is a part of me writing for clarity, is like being more intentional and being very clear, doing a little bit of research beforehand to find ways to like optimize my videos so that you all can find them, and that they're very clear in that, not clickbaity, but very clear in what is in the video, because I don't want to be out here wasting your time. So yeah, just wanted to give you all an update. I'll talk to you later.
I have noticed a change in the traffic. I've noticed that it picked up, that people are returning, that people are checking. But that, as I said, is just one small piece. So I just wanted to share my experience with you all. Like, I don't have a team behind me to dedicate to this task. This is something that I should do more frequently. I feel like this is something that should be done quarterly, but because I have so many different platforms and I hadn't updated any of the keywords or key phrases since I started the blogs and my online store. But recently, as I move forward with the blogs and with my online store, I've started to make sure that I do research as it's happening. So before I add a new item to my inventory, I will do my research and find a way, like a title that properly describes the item but is also optimized for search. Same thing with new and upcoming blog posts. Same thing with new and upcoming YouTube videos. So this is an ever-evolving process. This is something that is a key part of my business plan. And just thank you all for being here and giving me your time and giving me the opportunity to share my experience here with you all. If you have any questions, please let me know. Leave it in the comments below. If I have any extra resources that I think might be helpful for you all, resources that kind of break down SEO for you, I will make sure to link that in the description as well. You know, just thank you for spending your time with me, and I'll see you next time.